In this video, time for some more Forge World goodness. Hi guys, Mike back again with the start of a new video series. This will be kind of my, reinvigoration of my YouTube channel, I hope, for me at least anyway. It's been kind of flatlining a little bit with YouTube. I haven't really been inspired to make any videos. Have not really been bothered. So I've been after I've been waiting to pick something up to do a real cool project, something that I've been wanting to do. I've been umming and ahhing about it for a long time. And if I'd have done it when I started umming and ahhing about it, I'd have finished it by now probably. But there we go. That's the beauty of hobby. So this, my friends, is my first red box. I have I'm quite a prolific collector of Forge World and other hobby related goodness. To be fair, recently I've calmed down a lot, to be honest. I think you get this stupid kind of feeling, or at least I do, where you sort of like having loads of projects on the go was just stressing me out, and it was it was ridiculous. My hobby time is supposed to be relaxing and calming and enjoyable, and it was bothering me, the amount of things I had to paint and the amount of things I had to build, and it was like really causing me, or I wouldn't go as far as saying anxiety, to be honest, but it bothered me that I just had so much stuff. And I just go and buy stuff. I remember going to Warhammer World with a couple of buddies a few months ago, probably longer than that now, actually, a year or so ago, maybe longer than that, and sort of deciding whether I was going to get a Mastodon for my 30k Death Guards, and decided I wasn't going to, and got a Fellblade, I think, instead, and which is built and painted. But I'm thinking that Mastodon, if I'd have bought that, I reckon that would still be back behind that cupboard where I keep all my stuff to be built, unbuilt. So I'm really trying to rein back on what I'm buying, be more considered in what I'm buying, really enjoy the hobby again, rather than just like painting stuff to churn stuff out to, to satisfy whatever hobby need I've got, or to, who knows why people do stuff. So as you know, I'm doing a 30k loyalist Raven Guard army, and I wanted a centerpiece model for it. You'll know what it is, obviously, because I've put it in the title, or maybe I haven't. I've not decided yet what I'm going to call this video. So what might be synonymous with the Raven Guard? Clearly it needs to be something fast, something flyery. So yeah, finally did it. Picked up Thunderhawk Gunship. My first red box. Like I say, I have never had a red box. So, I've bought Titans before. I've got a Reaver and a Warhound. I've got the old Lucius pattern Warhound after my Mars pattern broke. But yeah, I've never had the repackaged red box stuff. Haven't bought any new Titans, again because I don't have a need for them. Although I have got cabinet space these days that I could potentially put another one in, but I want to build a Thunderhawk for the Raven Guard. I want it as my centerpiece for my army. And if you watch the previous video, there's a space for it up here. So I had the old style Thunderhawk, I had the old one, the original one. I say the original version, not the original version, the last version of the Thunderhawk Gunship I had, and painted it like Blood Angels. I really enjoyed the build. It was my first? I think it was my first big Forge World model that I built, and it went really well, very successful, very pleased with it, but I didn't have anywhere to put it. It doesn't fit in the IKEA Detolf cabinets, so which irked me. It lived on the top of it and it gathered dust and didn't game with it. It was just, tiresome. Again, one of those things that was annoying me. So I sold it on, and yeah, so what I'm going to do is utilize the space that we've seen up there in conjunction with my cabinet here. So those of you that didn't watch the previous video will know that I'm building this Shelby Mustang, and I got this display case from a guy who I'll put his details below, or put the website's details below. Absolutely spectacular. It came in the biggest box I've ever seen in my life. The packaging, customer service, absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. So he builds these for the Mustang as is, but you can get him to custom build you a case of similar design. The lid, whole thing just lifts off. Again, I've not had a quote for it. I don't know how much it's going to be. I've not even asked about him making it, but I think, you know, I can get a glass cabinet built that I can keep up on top of my Detolfs with my Thunderhawk in it. So there we go. That's the kind of plan for storage anyway. So right, let's have a look at it. This is live unboxing. I've not opened it. I've just slit the bits. So there we go. Lots of Forge World goodness. I haven't had a big model from Forge World for quite some time. So we'll just do a bit of an unboxing, and then I will probably do a second video where we'll go through all the bits, because I've spent a whole load of time wittering on. So we got one bag of stuff, some missiles and some doors. It's going to be really interesting actually to see, to sort of compare and contrast this build with the original version. Apparently this one is supposed to be nicer. So yeah, we've got the weapon there, got some, who knows what's in there, engine bits, some landing feet I think. Then we've got the cockpit and some wings. I think that's possibly the front ramp. And again, gosh, there are bits and bits for days. This is going to be a cool project. This is going to be cool. I'm really looking forward to this. And like I said, I ummed and ahed about it for ages. And now it's here. I'm really pleased I got it. So there we go. So yes, parts and parts. So this is bag number 6 of bits. I mean, just that brief glance so far, it looks pretty good. And then we've got 1, 2, oh my gosh, 3, 4, 5, 6 things wrapped up in bubble wrap. So let's have a look. So some sort of fuselage bit. Again, don't know what this bit is. Not sure of the orientation and all that. But it looks pretty clean cast wise. So that's bit number 1. And we're going to kind of wrap it up as I go, I think. Oh, this will be a top. This is the top bit. And this is where a section will go in for the weapon to be mounted. But it looks pretty good to me. Edges look pretty clean. Doesn't look like there's any ridiculous casting issues at all. Very nice inside. So that's the top fuselage. Gonna have to inventory all the bits, which is always fun. And we go, oh my gosh, this is huge. There's a wing. That's a big old boy, that. Blimey. Jeez. Really nice. Very, very nice. I'm happy with that. Okay. This is wing. Ooh, there's going to be the rear. There's a channel there for the rear fin. But again, it looks really good. It looks really good. Doesn't feel too slick. Obviously needs a wash, but doesn't feel particularly greasy, which is always good. More fuselage. That's going to be the forward section. So we've got doors here. This is our bit as you would enter the Thunderhawk. Oh god, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's really, really cool. So I am going to do a full, I'm hoping this is the another wing. Yeah, there we go. So hopefully we've got a left and a right. We'll have a look. Again, inventorying of the parts is a integral bit of buying any Forge World model. Then we've got, what else have we got? We've got our checked by AS on the 10th of June. And then we've got our build instructions. And again, this will be quite interesting for me because I haven't had, like I say, I've had Forge World models. Let's just get the camera sorted out here. I've had Forge World models, you know, with the CAD design instructions, but not a big model. So there we go. Lots of parts, 63 pieces, 63 parts, as it were, and then some parts are duplicated. So not ridiculous, to be fair. So before assembly, check none of the components are missing. That's it's advice to heed. So again, I mean, just when I remember the old Thunderhawk, and I will have the instructions knocking around somewhere actually. In fact, let's pause the camera and let's compare. Okay, I've been into my archive and we've found the instructions for the original, well, I say original, for the previous version of the Thunderhawk. So let's have a flick through this one first. So again, all laid out, all the parts, all numbered nicely. Everything color-coded. Looks amazing. Just really clear how you're putting things together, where to glue, what you're putting on, what the pieces are as you go through. Step by step. It's even glossy. So again, I want to do a load of magnetization work, be able to magnetize the missiles, magnetize the heavy bolters. So that's our instructions for this version. This is what we had to put up with back in the olden days, folks. So you'd have, did you even get? See, there's not even a there's not even a list of components. So recommended order of assembly: cockpit, interior, undercarriage, fuselage, exterior. 5 pages or 5 sheets. So the Thunderhawk Gunship is a complicated model kit. For best results, we recommend to take your time to assemble it. Besides the tools you would normally need to assemble plastic and metal models, you will need the following. Yeah, indeed you will. So there we go. So there's the old cockpit. And then you'd be into the sheet 2. So, there we go. So that was the cockpit. This is the interior. So look, I guess, like I say, no list of parts. You just had to kind of go through it and see you had the list of parts. And then we've got the undercarriage. And fuselage. And the exterior. Oh look, and there's not even anything on the back page. So that was it. Done. Finished. Finished in 5 pages with no list. And although with the old one, you did get both. You got both weapons. Whereas I believe with this one, you do not get both weapons. You just get the one. And what I'm also irked about, oh gosh. Well, with the old Thunderhawk, you got a certificate of authenticity. And with this, so you'll see, I've got my little pictures of my rocketry stuff, and I've got my certificates of authenticity for my swords, and then I've got my certificate of authenticity for my Reaver and my Warhound, and then I was going to have a certificate of authenticity for my Thunderhawk, but it doesn't come with a certificate of authenticity, annoyingly. So yes, that's a shame. So anyway, guys, that's a whole heap of resin. This is part 1 of a multi-part series. Mike's building of the Thunderhawk Gunship from Forge World. I hope you'll join me on this journey. I want to try and do quite a comprehensive build log of it. So, you know, if you were to build one, you could follow my video series and be well away with it. Not sure what I'm going to do. Again, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do about magnetization. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do about basing it. Although I'm sure some sort of acrylic rod will come into play at some point in time. But whatever I do, I will I will film it and show you, because I think it's quite an interesting process, because you sort of see these things being built, you see these things out and about. But you know, from opening the box and having stuff wrapped up in bubble wrap and in bags, and you know, with our reasonable instruction book, but you know, how do we get there and what do we actually need to do and all that sort of stuff. So you know, yeah, so I shall take you on the journey. So yes, I'm not sure when that's going to be, but it will be at some point. What I'll probably do is build and paint something else first, just to kind of get me back into the 30k mindset, I think. And then I think this is probably going to be next. So next video, we'll do a proper unboxing, look at all the parts, lay them all out, see if we've got everything we should have, and we'll go from there. So that's it for this one, guys. Any questions, queries, comments, let me know, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.